So, dear students, welcome to our chemistry class. So, in this videos, we are discussing the concept of second year organic chemistry concepts, right? So, previously we discussed alkyl halides concept like alcohols, phenols, ethers, and again RS nomenclature, which is appear in your optical isomerism. Right? In that only we have discussed about conversions of one form to another form, like Fischer to Newman, Newman to Weight dash, and Weight dash to Fischer again. We discussed in last classes. So now in this class we are discussing a concept of carboxylic acids. So this is your plus 2 syllabus, and this is somewhat important for your competitive purpose, right? So before this, again we have carbonyl compounds. That is also major importance. It has a major importance in your competitive exams, right? Like in your JE and NEET, you will get most of the questions from these concepts only, right? So we'll discuss today about carboxylic acids. So right, so what is carboxylic acids? So actually this uh, carboxylic group is this one, COOH, right? This is about a COOH functional group, and if you write a carboxylic group, it appears like this, COOH, and it is a combination of two functional groups. It is first one carbonyl group, CO group, and this is hydroxyl group. So if you write a carbonyl, and this is hydroxyl group. So if your carbon, right, carbon and xyl, if you add these two words, if you remove this word and if you remove this one, carboxyl, right, carboxyl group, and in a structural difference, in a behavior, these are act as acids. So we have added one word, that is ic acids, carboxylic acids. So by elimination of this hydrogen, these compounds shows acidic nature, right? So the other carboxylic acids. Now these are acts as acids. We are saying that means in if you compare with the inorganic acids like H2O, sorry, HCl, HNO3, and H2SO4, these are somewhat less acidic than that inorganic acids. So because of it has some resonance structures and it has some stability, so because of that reason, these carboxylic acids won't release H plus very easily and very fastly. So because of that reason, we can say that these are somewhat less acidic in nature, right? Now if you are going about the carboxylic acids, these are already simply called as a fatty acids, which are present in our body, right, like fats. So again, these carboxylic acids are most important in our biological system, uh, most important, and they are present in our body also, right? Uh, so if you go for basic carboxylic acids like formic acid, acetic acid, like this, if you are going from starting carbon like formic acid, higher carbon atom containing carboxylic acids are present as a fatty acids, right? They are present in our body as the fats. So best example is your stearic acid, so which we are getting, sorry, stearic acid which is present in your soap, right, daily soap. So stearic acid which is available in animal fat. So from animal fat they will extract a fatty acid and they will do saponification and they will make a soap. So stearic acid is the best example for carboxylic acid. It means it is present as a fatty acid, it means fats. Now if you are going for from C4 onwards, it means butyric acid, valeric acid, right, caproic acid. That means if you are starting from C6, right, a C6 carbon, C6 carboxylic acids, these are present in a milk, right, a goat milk, like or coconut oil, right. These are present in that component concepts. And again, carboxylic acids are present in our body as proteins. So for the formation of proteins, we require amino acids. So amino acids are the compounds in which one amino group is present and one carboxylic group is present. So again, carboxylic acid we are getting. So like this, if you are having, suppose if you are take a fruit like apple or like citrus fruits, like tamarind. So in that also carboxylic acid are present, right? In your apples, malic acid is present. In tartaric acid, sorry, tamarind, tartaric acid present. And if you take citrus, citric acid is present. So all that components we'll discuss, and what are the structures of that compounds we'll discuss here. So this is a very important concept. Before this, carbonyl compound is also there, that is also very important, right? So we'll check now. First we will go over names, different components names, and after that we will go for preparations of carboxylic acids, then properties of carboxylic acids, right? So after completion of these two, we will go for some questions, how the questions were asked in a JEE and NEET, right? So we'll start today. So this is about the carboxylic group. Now I'm writing some names here, right, from starting onwards, that is from HCOOH, right. So you are well known about that one. If only one carbon is there in a structural formula, that is called meth. So in IUPAC system it is called as methanoic acid. So in IUPAC system it is called as methanoic acid, IUPAC, and the common name. So common names we have. So this is called in a common formic acid. Right, formica is a Latin word which means ant stings. So that means formic acid is present in ant stings. Right. Next, the second one is CH3COOH, which is called as acetic acid, and it is called as ethanoic acid. It is called as ethanoic acid. And third one is CH3CH2COOH. CH3CH2COOH. This is called propionic acid. Propionic acid, and here it is called as propanoic acid. Right. Now fourth one, CH3, CH2, and writing here 2, COOH. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. Here it is called as butyric acid. It is called as butyric acid. In IUPAC system it is called butanoic acid. Right, it is called as butanoic acid. And next one, CH3, CH2, 3, COOH. This is called as valeric acid. Valeric acid, C5 carbons, 3 plus 1 plus 1, 5 carbons. And here it is called as pentanoic acid. It is called as pentanoic acid. Now, if you are going for next one, homologous is 4COOH. This is called as caproic acid. Caproic acid, and here it is called as hexanoic acid. Right, hexanoic acid. So the other basic carboxylic acids up to C6, right? C6 carbon system. So formic acid, which means it is present in a formica, that means ant stings, and acetic acid, it is acetum, that means sour taste, right? Next, propanoic acid. Propanoic acid, it is present, it is generally used as storage. If you want to store your bread or seeds, that means that components are stored in this one. This is one type of component which inhibits the growth of mold or bacteria on food items, right? Storage material, storage component. Like butyric acid, it is present in butter, right? Actually, butter taste is because of this one only, butyric acid. But if you get a smell from butter, that means that is rancid. That means that is decomposed. That means butyric acid is more present on decomposed butter. Right. Now, valeric acid, it is present in a valeric plant, one type of oil it is. It is majorly used in perfumes for odor purpose. Like caproic acid, it is present in goat milk. So like this, if you are going from 7 and 8 carbons, that is present in your coconut oil. If you are going from 8 octanoic acid, that is present in a coconut oil. So like this, most of the carboxylic acids are present in a biological system only. That means these are all extracted. We are extracting from biological sources. So, but even though we are getting from biological sources, we have to prepare industrially. So some of the industrial preparations are there, laboratory preparations are there, that we will discuss, right? So today, so now we are discussing names of these compounds. So they are the basic carboxylic acids. Now we will discuss something different carboxylic acids. That means have different names, right? So I am loving this one. So first one you know very well, that is acetic acid, CH3COOH. Its common name is acetic acid. Now if you go for second thing, that is CH2CH, so this is actually called as vinyl carboxylic acid. This group is called vinyl group, but here it is called as acrylic acid. It is called as acrylic acid, which is used for making of paints, right? You can say that acrylic paints, you listen to this word, that means in that acrylic acid is present. That means CH2 double bond CHCOOH, this is called acrylic acid. If you are calling for IUPAC name, that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So proptoin-oic acid, or simply 2-propenoic acid, right? But a common name is acrylic acid. Next, second thing is CH3, CH double bond CHCOOH. This is called cinnamic acid. Sorry, this is called crotonic acid. Right, this is called as crotonic acid. And if any aldehyde group is present, you can call as crotonaldehyde. This is acrylaldehyde. Right, crotonaldehyde, acrylaldehyde. So COOH is there, so it is called as crotonic acid. Next, if you have C6H5 and CH double bond CHCOOH, this is called cinnamic acid. Cinnamic acid, which we are extracting from cinnamon bark, right? From this is a plant extract. Cinnamon bark we are extracting. So these are some common names. Now again in IUPAC system, in amino acids, we have COOH. So this is NH2 group, amino acid. So these are alpha amino acids, right? So next one we have benzoic acid, right? Aromatic carboxylic acid. Here if we have COOH group, this is called benzoic acid. Right, benzoic acid. And this acid, if you are treating with the sodium hydroxide, and if you are getting any salt, that is called sodium benzoate. So sodium benzoate means in the place of this NaH, we have to write as Na. So that is called sodium benzoate. So that is actually used as a food preservative. Sodium benzoate is a food preservative that you will get in a chemistry in daily life topic. Right, class 12. In class 12, you have a chemistry in daily life concept. There you will get a food preservatives. So that in the sodium benzoate is the example. So this is the structure of sodium benzoate. In the place of H, if you write Na, that is sodium benzoate. Now again we have salicylic acid, right? Salicylic acid. Here COOH is there, and here on auto position we have OH group. So this is called salicylic acid. So salicylic acid is used in skin treatments. Salicylic acid is used in medicines or creams, which are used for skin protections or skin allergies. If you best example is corn caps, right? Corn caps you will get in a medical shop. if you observe that one, in that the medicine is salicylic acid only, which removes the external skin or dead skin which appears on your body. Right? If you apply that salicylic acid on your body, it removes the dead skins, dead cells which is on your skin. Right? So these are common examples. Again, I am writing here. So alkylic acid, protonic acid, right? Cinnamic acid, benzoic acid, salicylic acid, right? Next, anthranilic acid, right? Anthranilic acid. Here COOH is there, right? Here NH2 is there, right? And other portions COOH group and NH2 groups are there. These are called anthranilic acid. This is called anthranilic acid. Right, so like this we have names of carboxylic acids. Right. So next one we have lactic acid. So what is lactic acid means? CH3, C, I'm writing here H, OH, and COOH. Actually, lactic acid it is generally used in an optical isomerism because it has chiral center in it. So this is called lactic acid, right? Lactic acid, which you will get in a curd, right? So these are the important carboxylic acids in our daily life and which we are getting from our biological systems, right? So next we will discuss some of the dicarboxylic acids, right, and how they are present. We will discuss what are the structures of dicarboxylic acids. We will discuss. So these dicarboxylic acids are important for your competitive purpose. Is COOH bond COOH. So this is called oxalic acid. Right, this is called as oxalic acid. Next, second one is homologous series of this one, that is CH2 COOH COOH. Right, this is called malonic acid. This is called malonic acid. Right. Next one, homologous series of this one, that means CH2s. Two CH2s we have later, COOH and COOH. Right, oxalic acid, malonic acid, and next one is succinic acid. Next one is succinic acid. Then if you write one more homologous series in between these two carboxylic acids, that is COOH, COOH. This is called glutamic acid. Right, glutamic acid, that means it has 5 carbons, 3 here and 2 here. And again one more thing, CH2, 4 CH2s are there, and towards this COOH, one COOH and COOH. This is called adipic acid. Right, this is called as adipic acid, and this is we are getting in a polymers concept. Right, in a polymers, for the preparation of nylon 6,6 polymer, this is one monomer. Right, adipic acid is one monomer. So these are the important dicarboxylic acids which you are getting in preparations and properties and your competitions also. So here in this C2 carbons are there, in this C3 carbons are there, in this C4 are there, in this C5 and here C6 carbons are there. So they are the homologous series, and with one carbon you can't get a carboxylic acid, dicarboxylic acids. So they are the dicarboxylic acids, some important names of this carboxylic acids, right? Next thing, we will write some more important dicarboxylic acid names with the structures I will tell you. I'll write up. So for that I have to rub this one. So basic, what are the basic dicarboxylic acids are there? oxalic acid, right? Oxalic acid. Second one, malonic acid, OM, succinic acid, next glutamic acid, and then adipic acid. Right, this is a simple abbreviation of 5 carboxylic acids, OMSGA. Oxalic acid, malonic acid, succinic acid, glutamic acid, and adipic acid. Right, in this two carbons, 3 carbons, 4, 5, and this is 6 carbon. Some compounds, some dicarboxylic acids we'll discuss now. That is, first one is CH, and here downwards CH2, COOH is there, and on this carbon if you have an oxygen, and this is one dicarboxylic acid, and this is called malic acid. This is malic acid, and which is present in apples. In your apples, you will get this malic acid. And in apples, what is malic acid? This is an L isomer, right? L isomer. So what it means? This is a chiral center here. So this is L isomer. That means it rotates a plane polarized light towards left side. Right? It is optically active. Malic acid is optically active because it has one chiral center here. So next one is malic acid. Malic acid is a dicarboxylic acid which has a double bonds in its structural formula, and which is a cis isomer. Which is a cis isomer. So this is called malic acid. Right. So next one. This is also you will get in your apples. So next one is a fumaric acid, CHCOOH, and at opposite side you will get a COOH. That means these two hydrogens are in a transposition. This is called, that means this is a trans, this is called fumaric acid. This is called fumaric acid. Now next one, tartaric acid, COOH, COH, and again COOH. This is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. So this is a tartaric acid, and this is most of this is tartaric acid is used for explanation of optical isomerism, like meso compound, racemic mixture, RL configurations, right? Sorry, DL configurations. For that explanation, we use this tartaric acid. So this is tartaric acid. Tartaric acid, which is present in your tamarind, right? So these two are here chiral centers. These two are chiral centers. If both the OH groups are present at same side here, if both the OH groups are present at same side, this is optically inactive. So this is called meso compound. If you write this here, and if you write or this OH groups are opposite side, that is optically active compound. Here what I have written, this is optically inactive because it has a symmetry in its molecular structure. Right, this is a tartaric acid. And last one is that is citric acid, which is CH2COOH and COOH, and here OH is there, and again CH2COOH. So this is citric acid. Right, this is citric acid, and it is also optically active in nature. So these are the some important carboxyl groups, monocarboxylic acids, dicarboxylic acids, and which appears in biological systems. Right, and the names of that dicarboxylic compounds. So now we'll discuss some of the preparation methods, industrial preparation methods. We'll discuss now. Right. Now, write down this properly. Whatever we discussed now, all the carboxylic acid names and the structures. Right. So I have to remove this one. Right. Next. So preparation methods from alkenes, from alkynes, right, from alcohols, from carbonyl compounds like aldehydes, ketones, right, from nitriles. From all these compounds we can prepare carboxylic acids. So if you oxidize any compound, the last product is carboxylic acid. If you still oxidize that compound, you will get a CO2 gas. That means we have to control a little bit. So first one is from alkenes, and whatever you are doing oxidation for any other compounds like alkenes, alkynes, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, you are using alkaline KMnO4, right? That is a base reagent. So alkaline KMnO4, the presence of alkaline KMnO4, CH2 double bond CH2R, right? R CH2 double bond CH2R, and if you are treating with the KMnO4 in the presence of base OH minus, right? Alkaline KMnO4 we call as. So the final product is simply RCOOH. Whatever the bonds are there, all get cleaved into carboxylic acid. So here we are using this one, and we are getting here 2 moles of carboxylic acid. So this is one carboxylic acid and this is one carboxylic acid. 2 moles of RCOOH will get. So next one is from alkynes. Same thing, R C triple bond Cr. Right, alkynes from same reagent, alkaline KMnO4, and the products are also same RCOOH. So this is a second method for the preparation of carboxylic acid from alkynes. Right. So from next one, third one is from nitriles. From nitriles, RC triple bond N. RC triple bond N. These are called nitriles or cyanides. And if you do hydrolysis, in presence of H plus, right? Acid hydrolysis, if you do, the final product is RCOOH. RCOOH. So these are the three methods, basic three methods for the preparation of carboxylic acid. Next, further preparation methods are there, right? Or simply alkenes on decomposition. Sorry, alkenes on oxidation will get a COOH. So I'll write in a different manner now. So our product is what? COOH is our product. So from alkenes, I have to write this CH2 double bond CH2R, right? If you are oxidized, alkaline, KMnO4, you will get a 2 moles of carboxylic acid. The next alkynes, RC triple bond Cr, again same reagent, you will convert into alcohol, so carboxylic acids. The next RC triple bond N, cyanides if you do, right, hydrolysis, that is easy hydrolysis, you will get again carboxylic acids, and the byproduct is ammonia, it is different. From this one, if you hydrolyze this cyanides, you will get ammonia as a byproduct, but our main product is carboxylic acid. The next one is RC double bond OCl from acid halides. Again here also same, hydrolyze if you do, you will get a carboxylic acids. It means this bond will cleave and OH will remove again. So COOH you will get, right? So that is main product is carboxylic acid. And if you do esters at ROR on hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis of esters, same will get a main our product is carboxylic acid. Now if you hydrolyze unhydrates, R C double bond O C double bond O R, again same thing, you get a carboxylic acids. So these are the general methods for the preparation of carboxylic acids. Right. Now one more thing, not a hydrolysis, somewhat different. That is, if you are doing trihalides, trihalides are there. Trihalides, not a dihalides, genuine trihalide compounds. I'll let it forward. RCX, XX. Here X is a halogen, trihalide I'm taking. Trihalide on doing aqueous KOH. It means substitution. Substitution if you do, you will get a trihalo compound, triols, OH and OH. And we know that one geminal diols are unstable, but here triols are there. These are also highly unstable than diols. So what you get here, you have to remove one water molecule from this one. So there you get what? R, right? Here only one oxygen is there and one OH is there. So simply R, so double bond OH. So this is carboxylic acid. So like this, you will get a different reagents you have to take, different reactants you have to take, and you will get a carboxylic acid. So these are the preparation methods for carboxylic acid, means aliphatic carboxylic acids. In the place of R, you can take aromatic compounds also. Right, in the place of R, if you take a benzene ring, there you will get a aromatic carboxylic acids. But some of the methods are there for directly getting of carboxylic acids, aromatic carboxylic acids. We will write next preparation methods. Okay, so what are those? We will discuss now. So these are the simple methods, hydrolysis concepts, all are. But here this is alkaline KMnO4. By treating of alkaline KMnO4, you will get a carboxylic acids, right? So I'll remove that again. Here only I'll write if you do aldehydes, RCH4, if you take and on doing mild oxidizing agents, mild oxidizing agents, these will convert into carboxylic acids, like Tollens reagent, Tollens or Fehling's. If you do Tollens or Fehling's reagent, aldehydes will convert into carboxylic acids, but not aromatic aldehydes. If you take here aromatic aldehydes, they won't convert into carboxylic acids. Aromatic aldehydes are not reactive towards Tollens and Fehling's reagent. So next one. So next we will check aromatic, some of the aromatic carboxylic acids preparation methods. Right. Next thing, toluene, if you take a toluene, that means alkyl benzene, and if you do the same thing, alkaline KMnO4, the product is benzoic acid. The product is what? Benzoic acid, COOH, right? And if you take more than one carbon system, that means here I am taking 3 carbons, CH2, CH2, CH3, like this. Whatever you take by using of this alkyl KMnO4, the product is benzoic acid. Right, here COOH related. That means which is the first carbon which is attached with the benzene ring, that will only convert into COOH group. Right. Now again, if you do primary alcohols like RCH2OH, primary alcohols, and if you are doing same alkaline KMnO4, right, alkaline KMnO4, they will give a same product RCOOH. That means carboxylic acid is the final oxidized product of all the components, right? Because more number of oxidants are there in a functional group, so highly oxidized product. If you do further oxidation of this one, they will get directly decomposition of that compound, whatever you take. If you are taking alcohols, directly finally you will get alkanes and carboxylic acid, that means carbon dioxide you will get. So this is about preparations, and one more preparation method is there, that is Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent important method is there. This is important one, that is RMGX. From RMGX, if you react a CO2 gas, if you react a CO2 gas with a Grignard reagent, there is a chance to get what? COOH, carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. But this has importance in alkyl halides, right? In alcohols, in carbon compounds, and again in carboxylic acids. If you take here aldehydes or formaldehyde, you will get primary alcohols. If you take here estaldehyde, propanaldehyde, like that, you will get secondary alcohols. If you take ketones here, you will get tertiary alcohols. If you take here normal HCl, like that, you will get alkyl halides, alkane compounds. H2O. If you hydrolyze this RMGX, you will get alkanes, and if you react with CO2, then you will get a RCOOH. Right. So these are the preparation methods for carboxylic acids. Right. We will discuss now, but we have discussed only basic reactions. If you apply these reagents, these concepts towards your any further compound in a given compound in a question, there you will get a correct reagent, that means correct products. Suppose if you want to get acetic acid, if you want to get acetic acid from butene, if they give butene, so how to do convert? Just simply alkaline came in over, right? A base reagent. If you use there, you will get a CH3, CH2 double bond CH2, CH3, CH double bond CH, CH3. If you break the double bond, you will get a carboxylic acid. So like this, these are the basic carboxylic acid preparation. You have to apply this in your question exam, right? So today this will only, in tomorrow in next videos, in tomorrow or maybe I'll make a video on properties of carboxylic acids, right? In that we have some name reactions, right? And again some will discuss on questions, right? How the questions will ask on this carboxylic acid concept, right?